Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay, great. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to our first live stream lesson of 2022, the new year. And of course, akemashite omedetou gozaimasu. So, as usual, I am Nagi, your natural English coach, and it's time for this week's lesson. So, this being the first stream of the year, I've been working on a few things. Primarily, that you might notice that hopefully the lighting is a little bit brighter now. I'm still trying to work on the resolution. For the video, so hopefully you will see that improve more as well in later videos. But anyway, let's just get into today's lesson. So, in this one, we're going to be doing a pronunciation lesson to kick off the new year. So, as usual, go ahead and try saying this sentence right now. Okay. The blind girl likes to go bowling on roller skates. Try it again. Okay, good. So you might not know the word roller skates. Roller skates are the kind of boots with wheels in the bottom that you put on when you want to go roller skating, basically. You see them at roller skating rinks, and also people use them outside as well. So going bowling while on roller skates is something that is very difficult to do. Have you figured out which pronunciations we're going to be working on today just by the words that were in this sentence? So, as you can see here, we're going to be working on the L and the R sound. These two sounds are one of the most important pronunciation points for Japanese learners of English to get correct. Because I've talked about this in some video before, and you can probably watch it if you go back and check the video on the channel. However, it's going to keep coming up again and again during our pronunciation lessons because it's a really important thing to keep practicing. So, as I might have mentioned before, the L and the R sound are two different sounds in English. However, when you're using the L or the R sound in Japanese, it's actually one sound together, and that sound is not actually either the L or the R sound in English. So instead of using just one sound, you actually have to learn two separate new sounds that are both very difficult because, in fact, the L and the R sound from American English don't really exist in many other languages, relatively speaking. So it's very important to practice a lot. So let's look at our words here. So what I would like you to do is first read the first part of the word, or the first word, and then the second word after the slash. So go ahead and read the top left words now. Okay, so these two words are bland and brand. Bland and brand. Try it again. Okay, good. Now let's try the bottom left words. Go ahead and try those now. Okay, those words are glow and grow. Glow and grow. Try it again. All right. Now let's look at the top right words. Go ahead and read those two words now. So these two words are a little bit tricky, and maybe some of you know why. The reason is because these words can be read or said in two different ways depending on the sentence that it's in. So the first word can either be read or read. Read, if you're reading something, is the present tense, and read is the past tense. Same sound as the color red, right? I will read this book, and I read the book yesterday. Same thing with the second word, right? We have lead and led. Lead and led, read and read. So it's kind of up to you which one of those pronunciations you want to go for, right? So for now, let's just use read and lead in this case. Read and lead. Try it again. Okay, good. And finally, let's look at the bottom right words. Go ahead and try those now. All right, we have bowling and boring. Bowling and boring. Try it again. All right, good job. So, the L sound is tricky, but there is actually a pretty good way to practice. So, you might have seen this picture before if you've been watching my other videos. And this is also the advice that I give when I'm teaching how to make a strong TH sound, the th sound. Well, the advice is basically the same for L sound. If you want to make a strong L sound, you put your tongue between your teeth, like this. La, la. Usually when you're making an L sound in Japanese, you keep your teeth closed and your tongue is behind your teeth, like and your tongue kind of rises upwards. And that's not the sound that we want when they're making the American English L sound. So this is not something that you will do all the time. It's just really useful to practice when you're first trying to get those strong L sounds. And then as you become better at it and you're speaking more quickly, then you will kind of naturally fall into other practices. So for now, I recommend trying to put your tongue between your teeth when you make the L sound. Like that. Like that. All right, let's look at these sentences. Go ahead and read that top sentence now. All right. I think bowling is a really boring sport. I think bowling is a really boring sport. Also notice that the word really is in italics. That's when the letters are slanted like that. Some of these words I have put into italics because they also have the sounds that we're practicing. But go ahead and try that sentence again. All right, good. Now go ahead and try the middle sentence now. All right. This brand of cereal is very bland. Try it again. All right, good. So, a couple of words that maybe you haven't used very much. Brand, a brand of cereal. So, when we're talking about a brand is basically usually the biggest text on a package or a box. That is the brand. Usually, it's like what you call the kind or the type of food or basically any goods that you buy. So, Coca-Cola is a very big brand, right? McDonald's is a very big brand. We're talking about cereal, and cereal is not very common in Japan at least, but in America there's lots of different kinds of cereals. So there's many different brands of cereals. However, this one is very bland. And bland is basically means that it doesn't have a lot of taste. It doesn't have a lot of flavor. So if you say, oh, this food's kind of bland, it means that it doesn't really taste like very much. So now let's try the bottom sentence. Go ahead and read that now. All right. The plant is growing under the glowing light. Tricky because you have the L's and the R's and then the two L's at the end. Try it again. The plant is growing under the glowing light. All right, good. All right, so as you probably noticed, we have, once again, some minimal pairs. We've used minimal pairs many times during our pronunciation lessons, but in case you're new, a minimal pair are two words that only have one single sound different. So, as you might have noticed, we have bland and brand. Only the L and the R are different, which means that it is very, very important to get these two sounds right, or else if you're talking to someone, they might think that you said one word when you actually wanted to say the other word, right? So we're going to do a little bit of minimal pair practice. Let's go over to our whiteboard. Not that one. There we go. I'll get used to that someday. Okay, so we have bland and brand. We have read and we have, actually we want lead. We have read and we have, let's see here. I always forget. Bowling, boring, and glow, grow. All right, so we have, if you have done this before, you'll be very familiar with this setup. All right, we have category 1 and category 2, column 1, column 2. So I am going to say one of these 8 words, and you have to decide, did I say a word from column 1 or column 2? All right, listen carefully. I will say the word a couple times. All right, here we go. First one, read. Read. Is this 1 or 2? The answer is 2. All right, next one. Glow. 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 Column 1 or column 2? The answer is column 1. Glow. Let's try the next one. Bland. 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 1 or 2? That is A1, bland. Next one. Grow. 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 Is that 1 or 2? Answer here is 2. Let's try another one. Bowling. 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 1 or 2? Answer is 1. Read. 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 1 or 2? The answer is 2. And our final one. Boring. 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 1 or 2? Answer is 2. All right, nice job. Okay, so hopefully that was pretty easy for most of you to hear. However, hearing them is one thing, and actually saying them properly is a different thing. So that's why it's always important to practice these minimal pairs. All right, now let's move on to our second pronunciation topic. And this one is the open A that is very common in American English. Ah, right? Ah. It comes from way in the back of your throat. Ah, ah. All right, go ahead and say the top left word now. This word is animal. Animal. Try it again. All right, good. Now let's look at the bottom left word. Go ahead and try that one now. Cat. 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 Try it again. All right, let's look at the top right word now. Go ahead and try that. Okay, so this word is a little bit tricky because this word is also used in Japanese sometimes. So this word is answer, not answer. Right? When you're saying the A sound of an English word in Japanese is usually ah, but we want to get the voice a little bit deeper and more back in your throat. So ah, answer, answer, right? Sometimes you can even feel it in your nose a little bit. Ah, answer, answer. Try it again. All right. Good. Now let's look at the final bottom right word. Go ahead and say that one now. Okay. That word is exam. 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 The X is also a little bit tricky to do. Exam. You can actually hear a G sound before that, even though the letter is X. But that's how you pronounce the X in this word. Exam. 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 Try it again. All right, great. Let's look at our sentences. So go ahead and try the top sentence now. All right. You can see many animals at the zoo. You can see many animals. Try it again. All right. Next sentence, the middle one. try the middle sentence now. All right. My cat gets angry when I leave the house. My cat gets angry. Try it again. All right. Good. Now let's try our last bottom sentence. Go ahead and try that one now. All right. What was your last answer on the exam? Last answer on the exam. Try it again. All right, good. So here we go with some speaking practice. Again, these are going to be using words that we just learned, and you have to try and figure out which ones are we going to be using in these sentences. So I will say which number you should say, you try it, and then I will say it, and then you practice again. Go ahead and try number 1. Okay, this exam is quite long and boring. Try it again. Okay, now let's go for number 2. Okay, this one might be a little bit tricky because even though we're using words that we just learned, I didn't actually mention this particular meaning of this word. She brought home a brand new cat. Brand new cat. Try it again. Okay, so I mentioned earlier that brand means like the kind of the name of a product, right? Coca-Cola or whatever. However, in this phrase, we sometimes say brand new something, which means like totally new, completely new, brand new. I bought myself a brand new car the other day, right? So in this case, when you're adding it before the word new, it just adds some emphasis. All right, let's go ahead and try number 3. All right. Animals tend to grow up quickly. Animals tend to grow up quickly. Try it again. All right, good. And let's check number 4 now. Try number 4 now. All right. Make sure you buy the leading brand. The leading brand. Try it one more time. Okay, so with this one, the brand is the same kind of meaning that I talked about before, the kind of product. But a leading brand is basically a brand that is most popular with people and makes the most money. All right, now it's time for review. Now, last time we did this lesson was actually maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. This is our last grammar lesson. So, unless you've been watching some of the past videos, you probably won't remember this. So, if you're watching this stream afterwards as a video, I would suggest that you pause this video here and go watch the last one so you can kind of remind yourself of the vocabulary we learned from last time, right? But let's see if you remember the phrases that we learned from the previous lesson. Well, not the previous one, but our last vocabulary lesson. All right, remember that all of these have to do with sleeping or waking up. Go ahead and try number 1 now. All right. Don't zone out. You need to listen carefully. Don't zone out. Try it again. All right. Let's try number 2 now. Okay. I'm tired. I only got 4 hours of sleep. I only got 4 hours of sleep. Try it again. All right, let's go with number 3. Okay, don't oversleep or you'll be late for school. Don't oversleep. Try it again. Okay, now let's try number 4. Number 4, I'm feeling groggy. I need coffee to wake me up. Feeling groggy. Try it again. All right, and let's try number 5. Okay, I'm going to take a 20-minute power nap in my car. A 20-minute power nap. Try it one more time. All right, nice job. Let's go over here. So, as usual, great job this week. Again, you can find all of my past lessons right here on my channel. So if you missed the live stream or you just want to practice some of our older topics, you can find them all here. Also, please make sure to like and comment and share the videos as well, because the more you do that, the more that I will be able to see that people are interested in the videos and the more other work that I can start putting out. Also, if you ever have a question, feel free to ask the question during the live stream and I can respond to you immediately. Or you can also leave a question on any of my old videos and then I can answer your question as well right there. So have a good week, and until next time, see you later.